This is a 1972 GMC. It's a factory short bed 4-wheel drive. It's been sitting in this very spot for 30 years. Last episode we got it running. This one, we're gonna drive it. There's a few things we need to address before we drive this. The first thing, and maybe the most important thing, is the fuel system. So I basically got a small fuel cell off of Amazon, and we're just going to run it from the back of the truck up to the carburetor, and I'm going to put a clickety-clack pump in there to make it all work. And then we probably got to look at the brakes. The rear brakes seem to work okay last time. The front ones, they didn't work at all. So we're going to see if we can bleed them, see if we can make them work. I probably ought to check the gearboxes, just make sure they got enough fluid in them that they're not going to burn up. And then maybe I'll look at the clutch. The clutch adjustment is way high, so I'm going to see if there's any adjustment in it or if the clutch is just wore out. Let's pop this hood open and get after the fuel system. So if you watched the last video, basically I had a fuel can, gas can, bungeed to the front of the grill, and it was way sketchy. So went ahead and bought a fuel cell. I plan on doing a few of these revivals, so we invested in a fuel cell and some fuel line. So we're just going to throw it in the back and we're going to run it up to the front, and hopefully it'll work. It should. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're running the fuel line, and I just want to do it the quickest, easiest way possible. So I'm going between the bed and the cab, clear out on the side. I'll run it along the bottom of the frame, poke up in that fender well right there, and then hook it up to the clickety-clack pump. It's going to be great. You can grab that.
Keep pulling.
No, that's perfect. I just got to go to right here. I need one more clamp. Come up. Oh, that's a beautiful fuel system right there. That's what that is. Hey, thanks for the hose, Tim. Putting her to good use. Tim is my local parts guy over to CarQuest in Nephi, Utah. Alright, now we gotta get this somewhat less ugly. Alright, I don't hate it. I don't think it's going anywhere. I have 50,000 zip ties I'm gonna have to cut off, but other than that, she's good. Okay, I got my handy dandy tarp. I'm gonna crawl under here and secure this fuel hose up to the frame, and then we'll hook up the tank. I like it. Anyway, I don't hate it. Alright, this is the final step. We're just going to hook up the tank. Basically, hook the hose onto it, clamp it on, and we're good to go. Assuming none of this leaks, but it should be good.
It's brand new, it better not.
Yeah, right? Oh, it's from Amazon. I mean, made in China, I'm certain of that.
Well, most important requirement of the fuel tank is to hold the fuel. So.
Yeah, that's all it's got to do. Just hold fuel. Maybe let a little out at a time. Something, I don't know. Okay. So we're just dumping in some of this 2-stroke oil. just to help with lubrication in the upper cylinders and whatnot. That's not bending at all.
How much that holds that? A gallon or two?
2.5 gallons is what it says.
Nice.
So, you know, you probably get 30 miles, maybe? Maybe. Just probably put a little bit in here just to get her started. Check for leaks and whatnot. So, I got it wired to the headlights. I got the headlights on. Pump's clickety clacking away. But I don't know if we're getting fuel up here yet. But it should. So this is a pretty high-tech setup. Just got it wired in the headlights. If you want to turn the fuel pump off, you turn the headlights off. And that's about the extent of that. Okay, the tank's making noises. I don't know if it's just pumping air back and forth or what's going on. I guess I better check, make sure I got that pump heading the right direction. Okay, so this side should be out. And I can't read what it's supposed to be. Okay. I got it backwards. I got the out and the in, the out. So all it's doing is pumping fuel backwards. We're gonna fix that right now. Can't believe I did that. Like I looked at it 10 times.
It's your first day, it's okay.
My first day, give me a break. When installing a pump, put the out on the out. I'm gonna cut that zip tie. And the in on the in.
You want me to tell you if gas comes out?
Yeah.
Gas is not coming out.
Okay, turn the headlights on again. Okay, I think we got it. Well, it ain't much, but I think it's enough. Okay, shut them off.
Is it working?
Yep. Alright, I think we got fuel going up to the carburetor now. Now I'm going to see if I can get the choke to work a little bit better. The bracket's a little cattywampus on it, so we're going to see if we can get that to work, and then we're going to see if this thing will start again. Oh, too old, too fat. Okay, it's choking. Alright, let's see if she'll start. I got too much choke. Okay, it started, but now the choke won't release, so I got to adjust that out a little bit. Yeah, let's get this thing going. Got the choke adjusted. Now we're going to try to start it again.
Whoa! You made a big old fireball again.
This stupid choke could work. The choke sucks. It's kind of working.
Is it just worn out or?
Yeah, the cable just seized up, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, coming on. Either we're flooded or not getting any fuel. I don't know which. Okay, I kind of got the choke working, but kind of not. It's still, I need to mess with it a little bit more. But I think I flooded the engine now, so let's see if we get this choke to open up, get this cable adjusted a little bit better, and make this work somewhat. Somewhat better. Ah.
I'm going to pull this bolt, this back bolt that holds this choke bracket all the way off. I've got it run underneath the wire. Somehow when I pulled the carburetor off, I rerouted it weird. So I'll pull this off, get it routed better, and go from there. I wish I was a younger, more agile man. This would be a whole lot easier. Got the choke adjusted, got it open. Now I'm going to try to start it again, see if it's flooded, see what's going on with it. Now it's stuck. I don't like this choke. Okay, now we're halfway open, halfway shut. Alright, we got it running. The choke's still kind of giving me fits, but if we get it warmed up, we'll open up the choke, it'll be good. But now it's time to address these brakes, so let's pop this master cylinder open, see if we got any fluid in there from last time. And I want to bleed these front brakes and see if I can get them to come back to life. Okay, we still got fluid in there, that's a good sign. I'm going to go grab a little bit more fluid. We'll top it off, and then hopefully we can get these bleeder screws to pop open. See if we can get any fluid out of them. We got this bleed screw out, but the end of it's plugged, so I'm gonna run a drill bit through it real quick, see if I can get it unplugged, and that'll make it work a whole lot better. Just run a bit through here, try to get all the dirt and crap out of there. Then we'll try to put a little air through it, just make sure it works. All right, go ahead and pump it up. That's a good sign. Okay, pump it up again.
All right, now it's getting a little better. There we go.
Okay, hang on a second. Let's just make sure we got fluid. All right, we got plenty of fluid. Let's bleed this a couple more times. I'm getting fluid out of it, so that's a good sign. Check fluid. We'll turn the wheels and do the other side. I have to pump it a little bit. Okay, turn your wheels to the right, other way, other way. One more. Okay, shut it off. We got them brakes working. They feel like they work pretty good. Maybe it'll actually stop now. So now we're going to crawl under there and we're going to have a look at the gearboxes, transmission, transfer case, and the rear end. Just make sure they got enough fluid in them. See what we got going on here. It's a little tight under here. All right, nothing came out of there immediately. Let's see if I can stick my finger in there, see if I can feel it. Exhaust is really close. Yeah, I can't get my finger in there. All right, I'm gonna go back to the transfer case. Okay, the transfer case is a lot more accessible. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to get a piece of wire, stick it in here, see what I got for fluid. All right, ordinarily a guy could just stick his finger in here. Okay, that's really low. We better put a little in that one. Have a look at this transmission now. Transmission's got some in it. Doesn't look like it's a great shape, but probably could use a drain and fill. but plenty of fluid in that. So transmission looks good. Transfer case needs some fluid, so we'll throw some in there real quick. Okay, we're just making some wonderful noises here, trying to get this gear lead to go in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's got a cord in her now. I think that's good. Most definitely better than what it was. Okay, we've got all the gearboxes checked. The transfer case was a little low, so we threw a cord in it. Probably could use some more, but for now it's okay. So we're going to throw some air in these tires. We're going to let the truck warm up a little bit, throw the air cleaner back on, and then we're going to take it for a ride. So I've been over to check a few things and I can see something sparking. It looks like one of the spark plug wires is laying down on the frame and just sitting there sparking. So as good as this thing running, I think it's only actually running off of 7 cylinders. So weird to be driving one of these trucks again. It's been a long time. So I've had a few of these trucks over the years. I even restored one. Mine was a 68 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive, and like an idiot I sold it quite a few years ago. Didn't hardly get nothing out of it, but I did drive it restored for a good 10 years, and I probably had it for, I don't know, 5 years before I restored it. So I guess I got my use and my money's worth out of it, but I sure wish I had it now. And I've also had a couple others. I've had some 2-wheel drives, and I don't know if I've ever had another 4-wheel drive. Well, I guess I did. I did have one other 4-wheel drive. It was a 2-wheel drive that I turned into a 4-wheel drive, and I also sold that one. So anyway, it just feels weird to be driving one of these again. It's been a long time, but this sure is a cool little truck. And the brakes work. The brakes work. Well, I hope so. Coming up to the gate, so I hope we don't hit it.
He's starting to worry about it like 5 feet before the gate.
Keep checking my rear view mirror, but I ain't got a rear view mirror.
Got a rear view rust.
I got something going on there, but it's not much help.
If you get pulled over, you won't know it.
Yeah, just keep going. Made it up to the house, no drama. Running off of 7 cylinders. Need to get that spark plug wire fixed. But just look at the thing, man. It's so cool. But now we're gonna clean it off and drive it some more.
That thing's so nice. We got it all cleaned up. It looks amazing. Kind of wishing it was mine right now, but it's not. That's okay.
So I'm gonna try to fix that spark plug wire, at least do something with it so it's not just sitting there arcing on the frame. And then we're gonna go drive it. That right there is the culprit, but it is missing like the whole boot and everything. The boot in the end that hooks onto the spark plug, so it's just sitting on there doing nothing good, arcing. So well, I wish I had a spark plug wire. I'd just throw a spark plug wire on and call it good, but I don't. So I'm gonna have to probably tape this off for now, just so we can drive it. And God, this truck sure would run good. Like, it sounds really good running off of 7 cylinders, but it would sound amazing running off 8. But anyway, we'll get that in the future. We'll get that taken care of. But right now we're just gonna go drive it. I got to dry it off first so we can tape it actually. So hopefully the tape will stick. This ain't the best plan, but it's the only plan I got currently. Some high dollar repair right here. Let's stick that back down there where it's doing nothing basically. All right, let's go for a ride. We're gonna test out the 4-wheel drive. It's a beautiful snowy day. It's kind of cold. So we got the hubs thrown in. I'll put it in gear. We'll see if it works.
It is slick up here. You hit a straight up patch of ice.
My front wheel's spinning?
I couldn't see the front wheel.
I don't think they were. I don't think it's working.
You don't think it's working?
No. I've got it in 4 low, so I know I'm in 4-wheel drive.
And the hubs are locked in?
Yeah.
Yeet!
I think it's working. It's just straight up ice.
Yeah.
Look how icy that is.
It's just straight up ice right here underneath this. I don't know why it's so icy, but it is.
I don't want to do it again. It's too slick. Yeah, as soon as I hit the brakes, we just start sliding backwards. It's just ice. Straight up ice. But I think the 4-wheel drive is working, so. That's just straight up ice, dude. Like I get up there and get stuck, and then it just slides backwards.
It's a little scary.
It's a little sketch, especially since this ain't my truck. Did I ever tell you a story about that thing going home?
No.
So I bought it from a guy in Salt Lake, and he just kind of inherited it, and he had done a little bit of work on it, just kind of got it going and stuff. It had probably sat for a long time. Anyway, it was like Uncle Chris's uncle or something like that. I was up there helping Uncle Chris, working for Uncle Chris, and so anyway, I talked this guy into selling it to me, and I think it was like $800, $1,200, something like that. And I somehow scrounged up the money, probably borrowed it from my dad or whatever, I can't remember. Pretty sure I didn't have $1,200, but anyway, got the truck, and it's Friday, so it's time to drive the truck home, and I'm all by myself. It's in the summer, or towards the end of the summer, I can't remember, but anyway, I jump in the truck and just start heading home. I thought, well, I'll take Redwood Road home, you know, back road. They hadn't been licensed forever. Yeah. So I get out there and start heading south, and I kind of get lost. I think I made it to Lehigh. And the alternator wasn't charging, so it's getting dark. I got no lights. I'm just trying to head home, and lights are just less and less and less. So I had this little pocket mag light, so I got it out, and I'm like holding it out the window so I can see. Like cruise along, and this is sketchy as hell. I'm kind of on a back road, I'm kind of lost, sketchy as hell. And then all of a sudden the rear end locks up or something, so I'm like skidding off the road. Like, well, shit, I guess I'm done. So I found a phone booth, called my dad, and said, hey, you know, da-da-da, and pretty sure Grandpa come up and got me. It's like, well, we'll just figure it out.
Did you have like a trailer or something to get you, or did you just have to leave the truck? No, it got me,
he left the truck. So basically we got the truck, and he called Painter Motors, you know. So they went and towed it to Painter Motors, and it turns out it was a transfer case. The transfer case just didn't have any fluid in it.
Oh man, so that's what happens, just
locked it up. And anyway, Painter Motors fixed it, and that was my story of trying to get that thing home. That was my first whatever.
Are you running out of gas?
Well, at least we got it on the property. Holy shit, we are out of gas. Damn, dude. This thing is a pig. Alright, so we died. We've run out of fuel. Put fuel back in the tank. Pump's working, everything's working, but she still won't start. Not sure what's going on with it. I'd like to give it a little choke, see if that'll make it go. Shouldn't really need choke though, but I don't know. Not sure what's going on. And we're, I don't know, a couple blocks from my tools, but all I got is my Leatherman, so here we are. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to get this off with my leather, man. We have to go, oh no, it's coming.
Should I keep that pump going?
Shut it off. It's working. All right, go try to start it again.
Should I turn on the fuel pump?
Yeah, try it.
Oh.
tank above it. Okay, back in.
Oh, should I do it again?
I just don't think we're quite getting enough fuel.
You need to put more in there or what?
I don't know that it'll help, but shut that pump off for a minute. Okay, that's all the fuel that I have.
I hope that's enough.
Oh dear, what have we done? My new fuel system was working great until it wasn't. Okay, I'm going to put this up as high as I can. That should be above everything. Okay, go ahead. Okay, now give us some gas.
That horse is coming.
What?
Like, what you do with my truck?
What do you want? Just want to see what you're doing. So evidently there's a bullet hole in this truck, and there's a little bit of a story that goes behind it. The bullet hole is right here, and you can see right in the cab. And as the story goes, there is a gun in the gun rack, and my wife was cleaning the truck. This is way back when we was dating. I think this is actually when she was cleaning it up. We could take it to prom, but somehow she got a bullet in the chamber and just kind of left it there. And we went to prom, whatever. And when the owner of the truck jumped in it, my brother-in-law, he noticed that the bolt was down a little bit. So as he pulled the bolt up, he had the trigger at the same time, or pulled the trigger, and had a bullet in there, shot through the cab, shot through my mother-in-law's garage. Fortunately, nobody got hurt, but it's still kind of a cool story. I got a little bit more information on this truck talking to my brother-in-law. He's pretty sure he's the second owner of this truck, and this truck is bone stock front to back. The only thing that's been changed is the motor has been rebuilt, and it didn't necessarily even need to be rebuilt, but being a teenager, wanted a little bit more power out of it. So we had a guy in town rebuild it. He put probably a little bit more higher compression piston in it. It's got really good oil pressure, and it's also got camelback heads on it. But other than that, it is bone stock front to back, and the only thing that's not stock is the camelback heads. We got it running. It's an awesome truck. I got a few thoughts on it though, but it's got a few rattles, as you would expect for an older truck. It rides super good. It runs good considering we're only running on 7 cylinders, but that's an easy fix. The brakes are working great. The clutch needs some love. But other than that, it's a pretty great truck. I want it really bad, but I know he's never going to sell it to me, so we'll just enjoy it all we can otherwise. If you want to see more of this truck, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.